relaxation is one of our first principles because we believe it's very important to release tension in the body before you start to exercise. So we recommend you spend a few moments in this position, which we call the relaxation position, before you start to work. So you want to have your feet, knees and hips in line with each other, with your knees bent, a sort of angle where you have no tension in your legs. Just allow your hips to release and open. Have your hands resting on your lower stomach so that your elbows can open and your shoulders can widen. You might find it more comfortable to have a small cushion or a folded towel under your head, just to let your head release and your neck relax. And then just take a moment to concentrate on your body, to focus, releasing tension in your feet and ankles, your knees and your hips. Allow your low back to release, your shoulders to widen, your neck to release, and your jaw to soften. A few moments in this position will actually allow your spine to lengthen because the discs in between the vertebrae can absorb fluid and plump up. So it actually helps the spine to lengthen out before you begin. You need to check now that your pelvis is in a neutral position. So imagine the compass on your lower abdomen, your navel north, your pubic bone south, and you've got west and east on either side. We're going to tilt the pelvis through two incorrect positions to find the right position. So let's tilt the whole pelvis up towards the north. Notice how the back of your waist flattens and your tailbone lifts up off the floor. And now we're going to gently bring the pelvis through towards the south, just slightly overarching the low back. Just be careful, don't do this too much. And then noticing also how it's made your lower abdomen stick out. Okay, so we want a nice neutral position that's neither too tucked nor too arched. This is your neutral pelvis, and this is the position we need to be working in. And now we're going to practice breathing wide and full into your lower rib cage. So just take your hands onto your rib cage. We're going to do 5 breaths. So breathe wide and full into your sides, into your back, and into the floor. And then as you breathe out, allow your rib cage to close down and together, and your breastbone to soften. Breathing wide and full into your sides, into your back, into the floor. And then as you breathe out, allow your rib cage to close, your breastbone to soften. We're now going to draw the navel back towards the spine in order to create that strong center from which we're going to work. So focus on your lower abdomen. Breathe wide and full into your lower rib cage. And as you breathe out, draw the navel back towards the spine, hollowing it out. Breathe in wide and full. Breathe out and scoop the lower tummy back towards the spine. Just be careful not to alter the angle of the pelvis. Don't tuck. Keep yourself in neutral. Breathe wide and full. Breathe out and hollow. Navel to spine. Breathe wide and full. Breathe out and create that strong center. One last time. Breathe wide and full. And breathe out and hollow, navel to spine, scooping out the lower tummy. Now, you've learned how to find neutral, how to breathe correctly, and how to draw the navel back towards the spine. Now we need to learn how to maintain this alignment and strong center while you move the limbs. And we're going to start with the legs, sliding the legs away. So you're going to breathe in wide and full. Breathe out, hollow, navel to spine, and slide one leg away. Keep the pelvis nice and square. Breathe in as the leg comes back. Breathe out, hollow, navel to spine, and slide the other leg away. Breathing in as the leg comes back. Breathe out, navel to spine and slide. Just be careful not to twist or tilt or tuck. Keep the pelvis nice and stable. Breathe in as the leg comes back. Breathe out, hollow, navel to spine. Keep your center strong and slide. Breathing in as the leg comes back. Now we're going to try moving the arms with a strong center. You're going to breathe in wide and full. And then we're going to take one hand back to touch the floor behind. Just be careful you don't allow the upper back to arch as you do so. And if your hand doesn't touch the floor, don't worry. So we're going to breathe in wide and full. Breathe out, navel to spine, and just gently take one hand back to touch the floor, nice and soft and wide. Breathing in as the arm comes back. Now the other hand. Breathing in, breathe out, navel to spine. Take the arm back. Breathing in as the arm returns. Breathe out, navel to spine. Just keep the shoulder blade down into your back, soft and wide. Breathing in as the arm returns. Breathe out, navel to spine. And take this arm back. And breathe in as the arm returns. Now we're going to combine all those things together. This is the mirror signal maneuver of our method. You're going to breathe wide and full. As you breathe out, navel to spine, we're going to take the opposite arm and leg away. So breathing in, breathe out. Navel to spine, the opposite arm and leg slides away, stretching away from a strong center. Breathe in as the arm and leg comes back. Breathe out, hollow navel to spine, and slide. You're working across the body. Breathe in as the arm and leg comes back. Breathe out, navel to spine, and slide, lengthening away from a strong center. Breathe in as it comes back. Breathe out, navel to spine. Keep the pelvis neutral. Keep the pelvis stable. And breathe in as you come back. Breathe out, navel to spine, and slide. Breathe in as you return. And breathe out, navel to spine, and slide. Breathe in as you come back to center. Breathe out, strong center, lengthening away, stretching across the body. Breathe in as you recover. Breathe out, navel to spine, pelvis neutral. And breathe in as you return. This next exercise is going to help to keep your hips mobile and also teach you how to move your leg independently from your pelvis. And you're going to need a scarf. So let's get back down in the relaxation position. Checking as always that your pelvis is in neutral. Take the scarf and wrap it around the lower part of your thigh. Hold the scarf from underneath to keep your elbows open and you can keep your breastbone nice and soft. So there's no tension in the upper body. Okay, then gently hollowing navel to spine, we're going to circle the leg around in the hip socket 5 times each way. You want to imagine that from your knee to your hip joint is like a wooden spoon, and your hip joint's a bowl of porridge. So you're stirring the spoon around in the bowl of porridge, but you want to keep your pelvis completely still. And then we're going to go 5 times the other way. Opening the hip, pelvis stays still. Don't take the circle too wide or you're going to rock. Keep the circle nice and small. And then we're going to change legs and do the other side so that we're balanced. Again, holding the scarf from underneath. Navel to spine, pelvis is in neutral, nice and relaxed, and opening the hip. 5 times each way. And this movement actually takes the hip through its full range of motion. And that movement actually brings fluid to the joint, keeping it nice and healthy. And then 5 times the other way. Pelvis stable. Keeping upper body nice and soft. Okay, now when you're comfortable with doing that, you can do the same exercise but without the scarf. So you can just circle the knee around, and then when you get really comfortable, you can straighten the leg right up lengthening up through the leg, again with a stable pelvis, and just circle again 5 times each way with a straight leg. We all tend to sit for too long, and when you do, certain muscles in the body get very tight and short. All the exercises in this video are designed to correct these imbalances, and this next 2 exercises are going to stretch muscles that do get tight when you sit. So, the first one, we're going to stretch the hamstrings at the back of the thigh. So once again, we're going to lie down in the relaxation position, and you're going to need the scarf again. You're going to wrap it around your foot, holding again from underneath so you can keep the upper body nice and relaxed. Now check once again that you're in neutral. It's very important for this exercise that you keep neutral throughout the exercise. Right, so you're going to breathe in to prepare, and then breathe out and slowly try to straighten the leg. Now your leg might not straighten, it may stay bent, that's fine. Don't push it too far, okay? It'll only hurt the next day if you do. So you're going to gently lengthen up through the heel for about 20 seconds. Upper body nice and relaxed. Just keep breathing normally now. Stretching through the heel, the toes coming down towards your face. Keeping that tailbone down on the floor. Just keep breathing normally. And then just relax the leg for a moment, and we'll do the same thing again on the same side. Stretching up through the heel, neck and shoulders relaxed. If you force the leg, all that's going to happen is the muscle is going to tighten even more. So just take your time and just let the muscle lengthen out slowly. Just checking that you've kept your neutral position. Your tailbone's down on the floor, lengthening away. Breathing normally. And then we're going to do the other leg. So change legs, take the scarf. Just breathe in to prepare, and then breathe up and lengthen up through the heel, not forcing the leg at all, checking the tailbone stays down. 20 seconds again on this leg. If the hamstrings get too tight or too short, you can actually alter the angle of your pelvis, which will affect your low back. So it's very important to lengthen them out. Keep breathing normally. No tension in your neck or shoulders. And then just release the leg again, and one last time, lengthening up through the heel. Not forcing, tailbone down, neutral pelvis, just breathing normally. Lengthening. And then gently release. The other muscle that gets very tight when you sit for too long are the hip flexor muscles. Okay, because we're going to stretch those now. Okay, so you're going to breathe in to prepare, breathe out, and you're going to hinge the knee up onto the chest. Think of dropping the thigh bone down into the hip. So you keep your neutral position. Take hold of it just below the thigh. Now if you're a man, bring the knee towards your chest. If you're a woman, take it slightly, open it towards the shoulder, and then slide the other leg away. And we're going to hold it for 2 breaths. Just enjoy the stretch. And then breathe in as the leg comes back. Breathe out, hollow out the tummy, and put the foot back down. We're going to do the other side. So breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, navel to spine, just drop the thigh down into the hip so you keep neutral. Take hold underneath the thigh and slide the other leg away. Take 2 breaths, nice relaxed around your neck and your breastbone, elbows open. And then breathe in as the leg slides back up. Breathe out, hollow navel to spine, and put the foot back down. We'll do 1 more on each side. Breathe in. Breathe out, navel to spine, and drop the thigh bone down, pelvis stays neutral, take hold on the thigh, slide this leg away. The closer you hold the knee to you, the more of a stretch you're going to get. And then after 2 breaths, just slide the foot back, hollow navel to spine as you breathe out, and put the foot back down. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, drop the thigh bone down, take hold, and slide the other leg away. This is a great one to do if your back's stiff in the mornings when you wake up. And then bring the leg back up, hollow navel to spine, and put the foot back down. A lot of people hold tension in their shoulders, and this next exercise can help you to release that. It's called shoulder drops. So you raise both arms up to the ceiling. You're going to breathe just normally throughout this exercise. And you're going to reach for the ceiling with one arm and then drop the whole shoulder blade down into the floor. And then reach with the other arm and drop. And reach and let go. And reach and let go. Reaching up towards the ceiling and then drop the whole shoulder blade down. Feel the whole of the upper back widening as you do so. I'm going to slightly change the exercise because you're going to reach across towards one side, but your pelvis is going to stay completely still. So this time you're going to reach across, pelvis stays still, and then drop back down, and then reach across and drop. And reach, just let your head roll with you, and reach across and back, and across, pelvis nice and stable, and across and back. Good. We're going to release the tension in your neck now. And for this, you'll probably be better without the cushion. So just push that to one side. Press the head back down, and then just release the head to one side. Just let it roll. And then back through the center, and just let the weight of the head take it across to the other side. And back to the center, and then just let it roll. Back to center, and release the head. Coming back to center. If that feels comfortable, you try this version. Just gently lift your head. See how that shortens the back of the neck. We normally try to avoid that. And now we're going to lengthen it by just dropping the chin down onto your chest. Keep the head on the floor. Back to the center, then just let it roll again to one side. Back through the center, and over to the other side. Back to the center. Just lift the chin a little to shorten the back of the neck. And then drop the chin down, keep the head on the floor, and just lengthen out the back of the neck. And back to center. This next exercise involves a gentle rotation of the spine, a gentle twist, and that movement brings fluid to the spine, which helps to keep it healthy. Now, you want your cushion back underneath your head, and I'm going to show you two versions. The first, a simpler version, and for the second one, you'll need a tennis ball. So if you're going to do the more advanced version, get your tennis ball ready. Okay, you're going to lie on your back. Have the cushion under your head. Again, find your neutral position. You want your feet about hip width apart, and your arms down by your side in a sort of wide V. Now, it's very important for this exercise that you keep your lower abdominals hollowed out throughout, that the actual movement itself initiates from the stomach. So you're going to breathe in to prepare, breathe out, hollow navel to spine. You're going to take your head one way, on your knees just a little the other way. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, bring your knees back to center and your head back to center. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, head one way, knees the other, just a little way to start with. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, head and knees back to center. We're going to go a little further this time. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, roll the head one way, knees the other. So now your hips lifted. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, head and knees back to center. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, head rolling one way, knees the other. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, back to center. If that's comfortable, we're going to roll the full way now. So breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, let your hips, the back of your waist, your rib cage roll, but keep your opposite shoulder blade down. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, make the movement initiate from your stomach as your knees comes back to center. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, your hips, the back of your waist, back of your rib cage, but your shoulder blade stays down. Breathe in, breathe out, navel to spine, and then replace them one by one. The back of the rib cage, the back of the waist, and your hips. Okay, if you're comfortable with that movement, you can try the more advanced version. With this, you need the tennis ball between the knees. So bring the knees up one at a time, hollowing the tummy, keeping the pelvis in neutral. Tennis ball helps to keep your knees aligned and therefore your pelvis aligned. Take your arms a little wider now. Have the palms down. Breathe in, breathe out. Really make a strong center. Navel to spine, head one way, knees the other. Shoulder blade stays down. Breathe in, breathe out. Head and knees back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Head one way, knees the other. Strong center. Opposite shoulder down. Breathe in, breathe out. Navel to spine, back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Navel to spine, head one way, knees the other. Shoulder blade stays down. Breathe in, breathe out. Navel to spine, back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Navel to spine, head one way, knees the other. Breathe in, breathe out. Rolling the back onto the floor. Take the tennis ball away, hollow out the tummy, and put the knees back one at a time. The muscles of your pelvic floor are really important postural muscles, and they're often neglected in other fitness programs. If you think of them as like a hammock on which all your internal organs are resting, then you can imagine just how important it is that they should stay strong. And it's just as important for men to work the muscles of their pelvic floor as it is for women. This next exercise, which we call pillar squeeze, is going to do just that. So you need to lie on your back again. This time have your feet and knees together. And you're going to place your cushion between your knees. Now, I'm going to ask you in a moment to lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, but you must be very careful you don't tuck the pelvis. Keep your tailbone down. So let's check first of all that your pelvis is in neutral. Nice and long at the front here. Okay, you breathe in to prepare. Breathe out and hollow navel to spine, then lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, but keep your tailbone down and squeeze the cushion between your knees. You're going to hold it for a count of 5. Just keep breathing normally now. No tension in your neck or shoulders. And then release. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, hollow navel to spine, lift the muscles of the pelvic floor, but your tailbone stays down on the floor. You stay in neutral. Keep breathing, keep squeezing, keep lifting, squeezing the cushion between your